Porcupine has the ability to adapt to many different environments, from primary forest to degraded forest. Porcupine is usually active at night, and during the day it goes into burrows to sleep. With its sharp feathers, Porcupine baffles its predators. Detecting the furry hedgehog, the lion quickly moves to attack the prey. After a few minutes of control, the clever lion bit the hedgehog's head and killed it. The hedgehog has strayed into the lion's territory. What is the fate for this porcupine? Let's follow right now. The lions are not aggressive. It is very wary of this particular prey. Some of the lions left and they realized that it was not an easy prey to deal with. Following the lion's footsteps, porcupines prey today, constantly approaching the prey. The lion decides to attack the furry porcupines. Only released a light attack, but the lion received many sharp spikes in return. In the dark of night, lions surround the porcupine. And this porcupine constantly ruffles its sharp fur to intimidate its opponent. They struggle to find a way to defeat this small prey, to no avail. The small porcupine faced two huge lions. It slowly counterattacks with its sharp fur. A lion tries to hold the hedgehog with its front legs, but the sensitive hedgehog runs away. Black night is the ideal time for many animals to do their hunting. Facing the lions, even the hedgehog alone is still very calm. The battle lasted from night to dawn, and the lions still have not caught this prey. Finally, the lions got tired and decided to let the hedgehog run away. The lion's trying to follow a porcupine. He doesn't want his meal to run away. When gives the opportunity, the lion attacked the porcupine. Relying on its sharp feathers, the porcupine left the lion with many wounds on its body. The time when the lion pulls the thorns is a good opportunity for the porcupine to escape. Porcupine got lost in the lion's territory. It was quickly surrounded by a pack of lions. After several failed attempts, it seems that the lions no longer have the patience to hunt this prey, and they gradually leave. It's quite common for lions to encounter porcupines and their ruffled feathers in self-defense. Occasionally, lions will successfully hunt, but porcupines is not the favorite food because it takes a long time to subdue its prey. Porcupine is a very resilient armor. To hunt this prey, the lion also has to suffer a lot of pain. So when hunting the porcupine, lions are very careful to attack slowly. Coincidentally encounter the speed king on the grasslands, the leopards. The porcupines try to defend in the end, constantly ruffled defense. Meanwhile, two leopards persistently look for opportunities to attack. The attack plan failed. The leopard was covered with injuries. Porcupine spikes are all over the leopard's body. Panicked and ran away from the leopard's pursuit. Leopards very quickly intercept the hedgehog's head. As always, the leopard rushes to attack its prey. But this time, it hit the wrong opponent. Not only that it can't catch the hedgehog, but it hurts by the thorns. The cunning leopard only attacks the furry porcupines. Poor porcupine tries to protect its young. Taking advantage of its thorny feathers, the father and mother porcupine continuously launch spikes to chase away the enemy. These two porcupines have very good defense skills, not a single gap. Seeing the situation is not good, the leopard gives up. Hunting a porcupine is not easy. The leopard uses many ways to attack from the back. Will this leopard capture this challenging prey? The smart porcupine continuously launches sharp feathers in the direction of the jaguar. The leopard is also very cunning, only attacking the part of the porcupines that have no spines. Its attack technique was surprisingly effective. After a period of ambush, the leopards jump out to attack the furry porcupines. However, the leopard's attack is very well counterattacked by the furry porcupines. Seeing the hedgehog standing alone, the leopard slowly approaches. The leopard lies down, trying to find a way to attack the animal with the spineless abdomen. The leopard uses its paw to touch the furry porcupine to probe its prey, continuously using its claws to attack the prey. Knowing that he encounters a prey that's not easy to eat, the leopard gives up and leaves. The highway becomes a battlefield for leopards and porcupines. The leopard's front legs were full of blood when it stubbornly hit the porcupine. The porcupine tried to run away, but the leopard kept attacking. After a long time, because of the pain, the leopard chose to stop the fight. Although the porcupines are difficult to hunt, leopards are quite fond of this animal. The hedgehog uses its thorny feathers to shield itself from the leopard's claws. The battle to leave the forest to the highway is not over yet. In the end, the leopard is the first to give up. It doesn't have the strength and speed to run away, but the hedgehog has a weapon that always makes the predators falter. The hunt of the leopard with the furry porcupine goes on continuously on this vast steppe. In the end, the leopard was still injured by the porcupine spawns. The leopard slowly approaches the porcupines. Dangerously sensitive porcupines, it turns its head. The leopard senses danger from the sharp thorns. One of the rare times the leopard hunts a furry porcupine. In order to hunt this porcupine, the leopard was equally injured. After stabbing it with its thorns, the leopard carries its prey to a safe place to enjoy its fruits. Porcupine strayed into the house and was attacked by two dogs. The dogs didn't care about the criminal's sharp spikes. The two dogs very bloody. It doesn't give the porcupine a chance to react, but keeps attacking. At this point, the porcupine only knows how to turn around continuously to dodge the dog's attacks, looking for opportunities to run away. The python slithered across the ground towards where the porcupine was sitting, with the python's appearance taking the porcupine by surprise. Porcupine was in a difficult situation when he was attacked by the python, but he did not give up. Instead, the porcupine uses his stiff, pointed feathers to deal with the opponent. Then, the porcupine also threw the spiked tail at the python in response. Visitors are quite interested in seeing wildlife like rhinos. But the incident happens. Seeing a moving car, the rhino suddenly rushes over. Fortunately, the car drives fast, in time to dodge the rhino's horns. The white car is the target of the rhino right now. With a bulky body, its speed is not slow. No time to chase the car, the rhino gave up and left. Rhinos are highly territorial. When feeling threatened, rhinos may be ready to attack. Once attacked by the rhinoceros, it is impossible for humans to escape because their speed can reach nearly 50 kilometers per hour. An unlucky car was targeted. The rhinoceros continually delivers powerful blows. At the African Safari Park in Mexico, the recorded scene made many people panic. The tourist car was suddenly harassed by the rhino. Luckily, the car sped away and there were no injuries. Rhinos can turn a car upside down. And it really did it without any help. The car is now like a giant toy that the rhino can control. It flips the car back and forth until the second car appears. Despite going through many horrible somersaults, it's still safe to drive. Dashcam captured the terrifying moments of the rhino. Like waiting for a long time, it crashed into a car coming from the opposite direction. The car was going too fast and the rhino crashed. On a street here in America, a rhino suddenly bursts out. It's running direction as if it wants to hit a car, making people in the car terrified. No one knows what provokes the two rhinos to run after an expedition vehicle. They follow extremely persistently. Long distances are no challenge for them. After going through many zigzag roads, the two rhinos are very exhausted. So they decide to give up. The adventures have the opportunity to interact with the rhinoceros, living in the wilderness at very close range. The rhinoceros does not like strangers and rushes to threaten them. Thought it had given up and left, but no, the rhinoceros returned and showed its determination. It seemed to understand the adventurer's warning. The rhinoceros turned and ran. Catching the rhino mother and child causes a man to climb the tree to avoid them. If you get too close to a baby rhino, an adult rhino can be ready to attack at any moment. Finally feeling no danger, the mother and her baby rhino continue to move. The rhinoceros signals a warning to the strange car. The attack steps are quite timid. In the end, it really did nothing and went back to the forest. What will the large elephant do to the car in front of it? The car has got in the way of the elephant, so the elephant attacked the person who got in its way. It throws the car and moves to crush it, even jumps on the vehicle. But that doesn't matter, the elephant broke the front part of the car. And at this moment, the car desperately runs away.
Wow! Super ada?
Alright, warning.
నేను తీసాను
భయమే
దానికి భయం కాబట్టి వస్తుంది.
A photographer at work was attacked by a black rhino. Luckily, he was quite agile, jumping into the car before the rhinoceros rushed in. The rhino runs away to the forest. Noticing something unusual, the man went down to observe and was suddenly attacked. The man quickly got in the car and drove away. However, the lioness appeared. The situation was a bit tense. The car met a third lion again. So all the lions chased the car. In a national park, a male lion suddenly attacks a tourist sightseeing vehicle. So they lock the doors for further care. The tiger is also an animal that enjoys new things. It chases the newly appeared car to explore more. Very interesting images when jaguars climb onto tourist cars. There must be the most memorable moments for the tourists present on the sightseeing bus. The car tries to pass by without alerting the buffalo. However, a wild buffalo discovers the vehicle. The wild buffalo hits hard, causing the car to brake at the wheel. The bison can use one of its horns to knock the back of the car. Its power no one can underestimate. Two sheep were fighting when the car passed. However, an aggressive sheep ran straight into the car, causing damage to the front lights. The battle has no foreplay. The leopard and the dog rush into a fierce fight. Even though they've used all of their special moves, the two seem to have a hard time deciding whether to win or lose. The camera of the homeowner showed that the brave dog attacked the intruder in his house. The dog is ferocious and he even knocked down the leopard. After the violent response, the two animals are separated. Hearing strange movements, the domestic dog actively welcomes the fight. And the leopard jumps over the wall into the house. Here, the dog and the leopard fight fiercely. Dogs are extremely smart when they don't choose to hit them directly, but call for help. Thanks to that, it was able to drive away a formidable opponent like the leopard. A domestic dog was lying very relaxed when suddenly the leopard ambushed it. The leopard is extremely aggressive, rushing to throw the sharpest claws at the dog. The owner promptly discovered and used the family's misting system to chase away the leopard. If a leopard fights 1 versus 1 on the dog, the most likely winner is always the leopard. However, if it is forced in number, it's difficult for any animal species to survive. The leopard is quite unlucky to be surrounded by the pack of dogs. After being oppressed by the dogs, the leopard got angry and pounced on an aggressive dog. Right on the sandy beach, dogs and leopards are flying in dust together. The battle took a long time to end because these two animals are very aggressive. Taking advantage of the loophole, the dog bit into the leopard's neck. They somersaulted with each other. After a while of indecisiveness, the war is over. A wild leopard broke into these people's house at night. He walked cautiously to the sleeping puppy's side. Just because of a simple movement, the leopard took the puppy's head and went away. It's difficult for puppies to save their lives. Two dogs who don't know their own strength dare to threaten a leopard in the tree. They will pay for their stupid actions. The leopard chased two dogs away, the gentle punishment for the predator. Seeing the leopard entering the house, the dog quickly jumps to attack the leopard. They struggle with each other for a very long time. Neither of them seem to give in. They hold the position for several minutes, but being restrained by the leash reduces the dog's fighting strength. Thanks to that, the leopard gains the upper hand. A dog sleeps peacefully. It no longer has the usual sensitivity. Taking this opportunity, a leopard appears to hunt. Although he struggled and fought back, it was impossible for the puppy to defeat the adult leopard. Eyes like headlights in the night. A leopard appears. It walks very gently, carefully observing the space around it. And then it sees the dog. The leopard quickly bites the dog, but it was knocked down by the dog. And the wild leopard, it runs away. Watch out for the bushy shore dog. What's it doing? It turned out the dog was taming a leopard. This must be a rare sight because leopards are stronger than many domestic dogs. The two sides are struggling very strongly, but the main thing is still leaning toward the dog. However, the unstoppable counterattack helped the leopard regain its form. The leopard walks from the forest towards the house. The way the leopard stopped to ponder shows that it had some kind of hunting plan. Without normal movement, it approached the dog and took down its prey with just one movement. Not long after entering the house, the leopard was bitten by the dog on the weak point under its neck. The leopard is very quick to escape from the area, and the war stops without any casualties. A fierce battle between the leopard and the dogs. Despite being a less combative environment, the domestic dog still showed its ability to attack. Although the dog attacks enthusiastically, the dog is subject but quickly finds a loophole to escape. Sensing danger, the dog speeds away. Then the leopard quickly makes chase. Despite using everything in the house to hide, the dog could not escape the leopard's claws. The leopard makes chase and leads it to a new area. It finds the dog in the yard. The leopard carefully approaches without making a sound and attacks suddenly. Without moving, the dog fell into the leopard's hands. Too hungry to take a risk, the leopard entered the house. It's very cautious in this new situation. Its intrusion was discovered by the dog's brothers. and the dogs teamed up to chase away the leopard. I don't know how the leopard manages to find its way out of the house, but it got here. The leopard groped for his way and he found a puppy. The leopard was about to take the dog away, but unexpectedly the dog was restrained by a leash. Feeling bad, the leopard had to let go of the dog. It struggled with the house for a long time to get out. The leopard lined up the defense to protect the dog from the other dogs. The number is large, so the dogs have the upper hand. The dogs carry out a plan of harassment and do not leave the leopard. They constantly put pressure on the leopard and force it to move away. We hope that you've really enjoyed and found interesting and useful values from the gecko. We'll continue to bring you exciting stories, information and experiences about the animal world in the future. Thank you for accompanying us.